A reading for you about really good times coming your way. And I feel like it happens to be because you knew when to do some spring cleaning or you figured out what you needed to change in your life right in time. So there's abundance in the next several weeks coming towards you. And it's the universe saying, bravo, you did what we wanted you to do. So be positive in your thoughts and anticipate good things because you want to make sure that you are like multiplying that good stuff coming your way, right? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member, as well as how you can find my candles on Etsy. All right, let's dive in with the noisy tarot and see what else we've got for you. Happy Saturday, Hannah. Hello, Nat Nat. How we doing? Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I got a little bit more energy today, so perhaps the meds are kicking in. What else do we have? We have the Page of Wands in the reverse, the Star, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I don't know if you just like told someone off or if you literally blocked someone, but the Page of Wands in the reverse followed by the Star and the Ace of Wands makes me feel like you're doing one of these. La 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 la. I'm sorry. Were you talking? I can't hear you. You've blocked out some energy or you've literally blocked a person, and it means that you have the ability to focus or manifest in what it is that you're looking for. So well done. Good work. What else do we have? Yep, it's an important thing to do. We don't want to block everybody, but you know, like 98%. Which I think is a perfectly timed joke, if I do say so myself, with the Ace of Cups coming out the reverse. This is like, yeah, if it's not for me, then it's not for me, and I'm not going to tolerate any funny business in this Nancery. Mary J. Blige joke, if you didn't get it. Four of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this is saying don't miss this opportunity, though. Don't be so, I don't know, invested in the healing that it means you don't move forward with anything. Got 3 Cups in the reverse, 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some sort of gain or payoff here. It's coming through as your abundance or your little payoff. It wasn't going to come through if you had people surrounding you that you couldn't trust, because then they might try to take it, right? They might try to spend it themselves. They might want to be jealous and angry at you about it. So the timing here is key, and it's aligned with you got rid of the people that were a problem. Hello, Aditya, how are you doing? I hope that's how I'm supposed to say your name. Hello, Matt. How are we doing today? So we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You blocked the people or the person that would have caused you to not get your abundance or who would have squandered your abundance. King of Pentacles in the reverse, someone who's not good with money or someone who is a block. Perhaps they're just really unlucky. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse. This is like if you go to a bar only to find out that the friend that you're walking into that bar with has been banned from that bar, and then you're like, cool, you couldn't have like told me that beforehand, so I didn't like have to choose whether or not to go in here without you. This is like, if you're like persona non grata, if you're banned, if you're not going to play well in the sandbox, then be gone. And that's what you did. Hierophant in the reverse could indicate that for some of you, this was a breakup or an end of a relationship. But of course, it could have just been more about your social dynamics, who's your friend, right? Oh, I'm glad you got to hang out and be comfortable all day. I plan on doing more of that after this reading. I've been trying to take it a little bit easy. So we've got Strength and Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they were letting you down, or they were blocking abundance for you because they were either interested in like using you for money, or they did not have the right intentions. It might have not been exclusive to money. They might just have been kind of lame in general. Yes, my tarot reader, she says that you're a lame in general. Just wanted to let you know. Let's see. We're going to get a few from the Love Tarot. I guess I answered your question for you, Aditya. And thank you. Did you really, Matt? Oh, no. Do you have any fun stories, like falling down an L-shaped staircase? I'm sure you have at least a couple of those, right? We have, it's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. Yeah, there is an ex here who's like not happy about being blocked. They still feel like there is some sort of opportunity or future between the two of you. But this is someone who's like afraid to be open or vulnerable with you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. Need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. That feels more like your energy because you came through as this star, right? So maybe you still have some question marks as to whether or not this person in the future could come back around, but they would have to be working on this emotional intimacy if they expect anything like that to happen. You're not looking for a repeat, right? I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see how it works, but I need to focus on myself right now. I know that. This is the Blood Moon Tarot. Hello, Tracy. How are you doing? Hello, Mary. Thank you, Nat Nat. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Aditya. What else? The Lovers in the reverse. The Knight of Dreams, which is the Knight of Swords. How can you tell, Carmen? Well, there's a sword right there. And I looked at the little booklet. Look, Lovers in the reverse is not always about soulmates, okay? A lot of people look at that there and they're like, oh my God, it's so romantic. It's about a choice. A major choice. And I feel like that major choice is something that you may have felt like you kind of had to rush, or, you know, maybe you felt some pressure making that decision. This is someone who's coming back around. So this is a warning, right? You've got abundance coming in. You've got good things showing up for you over the next couple of weeks or several weeks. And this person is not one of them. Sorry. This person is not quite there yet. They want to come back around. You need to really make sure you're using your discernment, because I feel like for the majority of you, this is somebody who would repeat the same mistakes from the past that you really don't need to be dealing with right now. So unless they exhibit some serious changed behavior, then it's like, no thanks, I'm focused. Oh my. Matt. How do I request more information? Should I follow up by email? Thank you for clarifying that, Nat. Okay, so we got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not surprised, although it is interesting to see it come out in the reverse first, and then the second time in the upright. And the Four of Swords in the reverse. They're asking for a second chance right around the same time that good things come in for you. But they have not healed. Four of Dreams or Four of Swords in the reverse. So let me just ask you like this. If you were to go to a fast food chain, and because I just drove past one the other day and I wasn't hungry at the time, so I didn't get to eat any of it, but I've been thinking about it. There's this place down in Tennessee called Cookout. It's definitely not healthy for you, but it's so good. Let's say you order some food at Cookout and you have good taste, okay? So you ordered the best stuff. I don't even know if I could clarify what is the best stuff, but I do definitely like their like fries. I don't know what they call them. They put, anyways. Dang it, I'm hungry. This is horrible. I'm gonna have all food analogies for this reading. Let's say you order a bacon cheeseburger, because that has been the subject of a few live chat conversations, and you get just a cheeseburger. And you're like, excuse me, I paid for the bacon. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't believe you got the wrong thing. Let me fix that for you. And you're like, stoked, like, okay, I'll wait a little bit. No big deal. At least you're fixing it, right? And then they hand back your burger for you. And this one has bacon but no cheese. You're gonna be like, what are we doing here? Can I get the thing that I ordered or not? Third time's a charm? So it would be bun, bacon, cheese, meat, bun, wrapped. Can we do it? If someone kept giving you what you didn't want at a fast food restaurant, you would throw your hands up in the air and be like, can I just get my money back at this point? Like, of course, I don't think I have patience for you at this point. And I'm trying to tell you that when this person comes back around and they still don't have bacon for you, they still haven't got that emotional intimacy figured out, then return it. Walk away. This person is not going to do right by you, and they could be coming back specifically because they think that you're getting monies. We have the Emperor. They feel like your win can be their win, but it's never meant to be. It was never meant to be their win. Hello, Ambria, how are you doing? Really? So that actually happened. See? I get it. I think I already told you guys this once. For a work thing, we ordered, you know, one of those like Subway sandwiches places. We ordered one of those big ones, right? Like the catered, where they braid the bread things together to make it bigger bread. Literally just had onion on it. I know some of you know this story. So this is a person who is basically as charming or enticing as a raw onion sandwich. There's gonna be two of you out there that are like, that sounds delicious, Carmen. What are you talking about? Where do I get this onion sandwich? I want it. But everyone else is gonna be like, gross. Can I get like, I don't know, at least some cheese or like other vegetables or meat? Maybe some salt and pepper? Alexa, no, I'm just kidding. Four of Skins is the Four of Wands, and it's in the reverse, and we have Temperance. You have the right balance in your life without this person in it. You blocked them or ended things with them, and that starts the manifestation, or maybe it completes it, brings it into you. And if this person shows up, they're just gonna ruin it. I would also compare this to, let's say you spent 2 hours cleaning up your house or like the main living space, and then within 3 minutes of your family coming home, everything is destroyed again. Carmen, that sounds like my everyday. Some of you, yeah, you get it, right? Do I still have to do all that work? Probably, because it makes me feel better. We got to clean stuff eventually. But like, dang, man, I spent so much time trying to make that neat, and you destroy it like that. This is someone who's going to come back and ask you to trust them. And I feel like even without asking too much, your intuition is screaming, nope, it's a no from me. Like basically your spirit guide is Simon Cowell. Strength. This is such an interesting depiction of strength because it's much more aligned with some of the depictions I've seen of the death card or even like justice or judgment. But for the strength card to be someone who is basically dealing with a sword, the business end of a sword. This is going to be somebody who's trying to tell you that they've overcome or they have, you know, dealt with the issues that caused problems for you in the past, but the reality is that they really haven't. And they think they can get into your life again and enjoy whatever abundance is coming your way. I have a suspicion that they already know some of that is happening. I pulled a large farva. That's funny. Well, good luck with that. Well, somehow mustered up the energy. It's probably because somebody tipped me for some carrot cake chocolate. So we've got 10 of skins, which is the 10 of wands, and the hanged man. The art on these cards is so great. You might feel for a moment tempted to let this person back into your life. I do feel for most of you, this is someone who is a romantic partner or was that you blocked. But for some of you, keep in mind, the emotional intimacy is not something that only applies to romantic connections. Have you ever had a friend who didn't know how to deal with emotional conversation? I would expect like 98% of you to be like, yeah, like yesterday. Like all of them. There's a lot of people out there that still are working on that emotional intimacy, right? So that issue or that block could be a problem, whether it is romantic or platonic, right? But they coming back in and they still got the same problems. That'd be like if someone said, hold on, I gotta take a shower. I'm really sweaty. I just got back from the gym. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. And then they come back 20 minutes later and they still are stinky because they didn't take a shower. You'd be like, what will you do back there? Will you eating some carrot cake? We've got death and page of skins or page of wands in the reverse, which was the first card that we drew from the tarot. What a beautiful card. There's an ending that needs to stay in place until you can tell with your own eyes that this person has grown up, has addressed the problems that caused the issue in the first place, right? Hello, Constantine. How are you doing? That's true. 4 of honey or 4 of pentacles in the reverse. And the star. So we've got someone who is too busy succeeding to entertain people from the past who haven't changed or grown up. You coming back around with that same old energy, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you last time, which was, bye. Hope you have a great life without me. Okay. That's all I have. They haven't changed. So take back that stupid burger until it has bacon on it. Apparently I'm hungry. Sorry, guys. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What else do we have? 8 of Swords or 8 of Lightning. The Page of Swords and the Strength card again. Interesting. So 2 8s. I don't know, man. I feel like they're going to try to lie to you. I feel like they're trying to make it seem like things are better, and they might even have some like manipulative way to try to convince you, you know? Like, hey, go tell this story to my old friend or my ex, and then if they hear that from you, they'll think I'm better now. It's like, if it's trickery, it's not going to last, right? You're going to be able to figure it out. Valid. Hello, Lightning Wind. How you doing? Aditya, the basic format, the way I would phrase it is I start with 2 cards that give me a general idea of what the reading is going to be like, and then I try to make sure to incorporate various tarot or oracle decks to kind of zero in on what the specific message is. But I also try to accommodate for the fact that this is a general reading, so there's going to be multiple iterations or variations on that. In other words, some of it will resonate for you and some of it won't. But if I can mention, here's where it's, you know, maybe got 2 or 3 different threads to that story, then it can help a little bit for, you know, zeroing in on that. Wow, we have another 8 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. You got to tell this person to walk away. You got to tell this person you're done. You got to tell this person they're not welcome back. Because if you don't, then they scare off the good stuff. We could also make this about hunting, even though I am not a hunter. If somebody comes up to you and you're in a nice, what is it called, a blind? You're in the, you know, best, most strategic place for you to be able to hunt. And then some loudmouth like me comes up and is like, hey, you want a Dr. Pepper? Or if I did that while you're fishing, you'd probably be mad at me, right? I might make it real difficult for you to actually achieve your goal. This is someone who's going to scare off your abundance. So scare them off instead. Hello, Black God, what's up? Oh, 84, huh? It's a good number. Oh, look at it's Rachel's other account. What's up? Hello, Intellectual Wanderer. What's up? Thank you, Nat Nat. I added that for you. Even wearing perfume is a problem? I would be a problem for a few reasons. Hey, you guys, when I pass, can someone make sure that it's on my gravestone? Actually, no, I want to be cremated. How can we do this? I just want to be known as Carmen, the problem. I feel like that's way cooler than my full name. Should I change my channel name to that? What do you think? Queen of Pumpkins or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Lovers and the 9 of Pumpkins, which is the 9 of Pentacles. You got too much going on to deal with people like this. This could be someone who has changed their phone number. This could be someone who has created a new email address or a new account because they feel like then they'd be able to get around whatever block you got set up. They think it's ingenious, but it just makes it clearer to you that they haven't really learned anything. At least that's what it'd do for me. Oh, what's up, Unita? Thank you for the tip. Guidance for... Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling lonely. I hope that changes for you. And upcoming interview. I've added that for you. And where are we? We're at 25 minutes, so not too long to wait. Ooh, thank you, Hannah. Who is Zach for me? And in my life? And what does he want from me? Awesome. I've added that for you, Hannah. Let's see, what should we... Let's get a few from the situations deck. Hello, Rainer. How are you doing? I'm glad to hear that, Unida. That's a valid question. Yeah. All right, what else do we have? Receipts. Proof. Show me. They don't got any receipts. You want to know how I know? It's because they haven't changed. Now I'm hearing people play the piano like wrong. Like the same error over and over again. Maybe this person's a musician. This is someone who they just can't get it right, okay? Let them have their time. You got other things you need to focus on. They could maybe figure this out, okay? But they need to do it on their own time. Or maybe on their own dime. I bet it does too. What else? Alien, plugged, escapade, and focused. So we have somebody who, and this is you, has very strong intuition. You are tuned in, you pick up on these details, you have a clear understanding of what you're dealing with. Does that mean you know everything? Of course not. That would make life very boring. Enjoy the surprises in life, okay? But there are happy things coming to you that would be at risk if you disregard your discernment regarding this person who seems to be very obsessed with you or doesn't want to move on. You already escaped them once, and you got good stuff coming in that they don't get to have any claim to. Like, lemonade made some carrot cake today, okay? Now, if I were to roll up and sneak in and eat the whole carrot cake because I'm selfish, that would be real rude, right? This person, they want to show up right as your carrot cake's coming out of the oven. They're going to eat the whole cake. Probably the frosting too. But this abundance or carrot cake is supposed to be yours. Hello, how's it going, Sean? Ooh. Yo, I think I did see something like that. And I do think I might change some scents. I think I want to get 2 different ones. I think I would keep butterscotch maple cream and coffee and cream because those 2 are pretty amazing. But yeah, that's a good idea. Isn't it the best? Oh yeah, no, I would never. I could eat an entire like sheet cake of rhubarb cake right now, but I would not steal someone else's birthday cake. That's gotta be bad karma. I'd hate to see what happens to my birthday cake next year. Bounty hunter. Hot pursuit for that carrot cake. Look, this person's gonna make it seem like you're unreasonable or like mean for not letting them back in your life. Okay, if you want to write Carmen is mean in your little book of people, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with being the villain in your story if it means you leave me alone and I get the stuff that I'm supposed to have because I don't want to deal with people like you. That's okay. Let them mark you as the villain, whatever. They're pretending to be a different type of friend or romantic partner just because they want to be close to you when you get this abundance. Maybe they heard you were getting an interview. Maybe they heard that you got some random paycheck or inheritance. But they should only be hearing things about you from other people, not from you. Keep them blocked. Yes, we got to get through it. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. It probably means it's like more delicious. All right, y'all, we're going to start with the personal questions. This is the Egyptian Tarot. We've got Nat up first, and then Unida, and then Hannah. For Nat, we've got a general reading. What does Nat need to know, please? Fool in the reverse, 5 of Pentacles. Judgment and the Magician. So Nat, this feels to me like we've got a need to be kind of putting something on pause regarding a decision. You might feel like a decision is pretty easy to make like that, but if you give it a second or like sleep on it, then I feel like you realize there's something here that isn't right, or someone is like manipulating the situation and your opinion changes. 9 of Wands and the Moon. Someone is hiding something, and when you find out what that something is, you change your mind. You don't sign any papers till you got all the information, because I do feel like you've already got, like you already know which direction you want to go, and it's like this person's trying to get you to take a right when you need to take a left. Or once I headed north on the highway I needed to go south on and didn't realize I was going the wrong way for like an hour. It would be like that. So make sure you check those directions, right? Check your surroundings. Don't reject something too soon. Because it might actually be way better than you think, or you might be able to save yourself some drama by making a different choice. All right. Good luck with that, Nat. We're going to see what we've got for Nida. We've got, what guidance does Nida need regarding the loneliness? Page of Cups, 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's going to be someone who makes some small gesture of kindness or starts up a conversation with you, and you might be having a pretty rough day and feel like you just kind of want to block that off. But this is encouraging you to be a little bit more open. In other words, you might have a conversation with someone who you're not super close to, or maybe even a stranger, but it's valuable. Yeah, this is not a friend. This is not somebody you would consider to be like, you know, in your inner circle. But you have a conversation, or they unexpectedly give you advice that is spot on. And this advice has to deal with whether or not you should move forward with something, or whether or not the pacing is going right. So keep your eyes and your ears, I guess, open, because you've got advice coming to you in an unconventional way, and it helps you to identify what needs to change. Is this a friend? Yeah, you've got a friend coming in. But you might have a little bit of insecurity that may make you feel like there's no way that person's actually trying to like hang out with me or talk to me. That's silly. You might be a little too accustomed to doing things on your own, right? And what about for the interview? What guidance do we have for Unida for the interview? Devil in the reverse, Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. There might be something that doesn't quite fit with this. In other words, if this place makes an offer, it still might not be the right thing for you, but there's still value in this conversation. There's something you learn, or there's a connection you make. This interview is important, but maybe for a different reason than you expect. It may be that they're hiring for a different role or title, and then they ask if you want to interview for that instead. But I feel like this, it's like moving you to a better situation, because we have the Empress. It's like, don't get upset or don't be sad if this like maybe is removed from the job market for a little bit and then they put it back. There's something here that like gets upgraded, or it's better. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise for you though. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, John. So be honest with yourself when you go through the process that there is probably something that needs to be different. And then keep in mind that you might want to be a little bit more positive when you're assessing how things go, because you might be assuming worse, right? All right, let's see what we have. And good luck to you, by the way. Let's see what we have for Hannah. We're going to go with the Tarot of the Cat people. Let me write that down. What should I know about my meeting tomorrow? And thank you. Awesome. All right, so the first one is, who is Zach for Hannah and in Hannah's life? You're welcome, Unida. Thank you, Matt, with Merida. Hello, John. How are you? Matt, are you jealous of her hair? It's pretty epic hair, isn't it? So who is Zach for Hannah and for Hannah's life? Ten of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse. I really don't like that all of these are in the reverse. However, the Three of Swords being in the reverse is the better position for that card, being that it is about betrayal or heartbreak. But seeing the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse, this is about dishonesty or integrity. So kind of makes me feel like this is not so great. Oh, okay. King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. So this is interesting. I do feel like there's two chapters with Zach for you. And in the first situation, there's some interference. And he comes through as the King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody who doesn't mean to cause problems or is not intentionally being difficult or breaking any hearts. But there is some failure here to communicate accurately or effectively. I think it's tied to anxiety. And the second go around, or the second chapter you have with Zach, he comes through as the King of Pentacles, because there's some learning or some healing that has taken place that changes the approach to the romance for him. The Hermit in the reverse and the Hanged Man in the reverse, where he acknowledges, I know I was being stubborn and I needed to figure something out. But yeah, the problem is there's going to need to be like an intermission, right? I feel like there's maybe a little bit more importance for him that you are in his life than vice versa. In other words, I do feel like you're a bit of inspiration or motivation for him to work on probably confidence or emotional intimacy or communication, being honest, right? I think this has to do with confidence, not necessarily being confident enough to say exactly how it is, right? That's good to know, Matt. That's so cute. All right, so then we've got, what does he want from Hannah? Oh, nothing much. Just the whole world. Page of Wands. Justice. And the Tower. Connectedness, communication, companionship. But I feel like this is someone, I don't know if they're like Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, like air sign, but this is somebody who's real, like we had King of Swords in the reverse and Justice that seem to be coming through really strong for their energy. And this is like, maybe they're a little bit too logical and the softening of the edges hasn't happened yet, right? Like, give it a little time. It's like, I don't know if you watch The Simpsons, Hannah, but there is this episode where they're like brainwashing, right? And so they're opening the eyes of, I think they do it to Santa's Little Helper or Bart, or both. Probably both. It's like, if you had the time and didn't feel guilty about setting this dude up with his eyes open and having to watch like some movies that make you feel feelings, like it would expedite things. It probably is not the right move, so don't do it. But world experience and understanding other people's emotions needs to happen before he can connect in a meaningful way. But I do think there's a second chapter for you. Thank you. Hello, Just Jokes. How are you doing? I think it was Bart too, though, wasn't it? Well, there you go. That's it. Part of it is I feel like an isolation, right? I'm not as connected to other people. I don't rely on that connection externally. And that is a huge advantage for certain things. I feel like you could trust this person and not cheat on you forever. Like they are not that type of person. They're faithful. But this is also someone who's very logical. So like understanding you might not come as easy for them as it should. Ah, yes. Hello, See the Gray. How's it going? Okay, so let's see. What does Hannah need to know about the meeting tomorrow? It's going to be stressful, I'm sorry to say. We got the Six of Wands in the reverse, Magician in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups. It makes me feel like you want to, like, let's talk about this or let's do this, and somebody's like way over here. Like, hey, I thought we were going to talk about how you were going to paint my piano for me, and instead you're talking to me about your sports team. I don't know about that. It's like it's off track. Somebody is like driving the conversation the wrong way. But it's on purpose. They don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. Oh, just a little misdirection. Nothing to see here. Sorry, I had to find that card. Got it. The High Priest. Yeah, they're like, what I'm seeing is one of those signs that says, you know, like a city name, 10 miles. and they flip it around so it says it's that way, you know? The arrow's pointing the wrong way. They're misdirecting just like a magician would, right? Like look over here and then you won't see what I'm doing over here. So I don't really like this. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Maybe it recovers towards the end. There could be a little bit of positive energy or good vibes at the end. I do like the Queen of Pentacles energy here. Okay, so the way I'm seeing it is, let's say, for the sake of conversation, that this were a date. It's like the energy is off because people are nervous. It's the first date. But then you have a really cool bartender or a really cool server who isn't trying to hit on anybody, but like allows there to be a good place for the two of you to like interact a little bit more comfortably. Maybe adds a little bit of like, just a little spice, you know? So maybe it turns around by the end, but at the beginning it's a little bit rough. You got this though. I believe in you. All right. And then we've got Matt's question. What card deck should I use? Why is this so tricky right now? We're gonna go with the Golden Art Nouveau. All right, so for Matt, what is up with Merida? Oh, hey Marcus, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend. And get it out on. Is that what I think? You're so welcome, Hannah. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Dealership. Gonna get my Chuck bed cover in this week. So like, will they get it in this week? And get it out on. I'm a little bit nervous on whether or not I'm going to ask that right, but we will see. Matt or Marcus, if I say that wrong, you let me know. I think what you're saying is like whether or not you'll actually be able to like drive away with it. Like, will I have it in my possession? Put it on. Okay, got you. All right, so for Matt, what is up with Merida? You're funny. It is Saturday night after a while, or after all. High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Three of Cups. So your Merida is going through a little bit of a difficult time. I do feel like this is like I need to rely on what I know to be true and like kind of steer myself away from negative thoughts. Because even though it is kind of rough right now, I feel like things will get back to where I need. So with the Three of Cups, this could be saying this is someone who at this time is really like grateful for whoever is reaching out or making sure that they're doing okay. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Nine of Cups. So this person's going through a recovery of some sort, which makes sense, right? Been kind of like a rough patch for them. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Cups. There's something here that Merida feels like, you know, maybe I've invested too much in this. Maybe I need to like reclaim some of my energy. Is this about money? No. Is this a romantic interest? Yes. There's someone with money who is approaching Merida. But I feel like their intentions aren't so great. This could be someone who is overly focused on physical intimacy and not so skilled at the emotional intimacy, right? Hello, Richie. How are you doing? I hope that helps, Matt. Let's see what we've got for Marcus. We'll go with the Witch's Tarot. Does that clarify a little bit for you? So for Marcus, will the dealership get the... I didn't even specify what it was. Is it truck bed cover? I want to make sure I ask it right. Yeah, truck bed cover. I literally just said, will it get it in this week? Which could easily be misconstrued. It's a little bit late, okay, you guys? Yeah, that's sweet of you. All right, so will the dealership get the truck bed cover in for Marcus this week? Yes. Why do I feel like it's still going to be irritating for you? Like, they get it and then they forget to tell you, or they delay alerting you, or they ask for more money for something. I don't know. There's something here that seems to be a little bit irritating for you, but you'll be all right. They're like, do you have any more money? Can you grease me up? We've got the Lovers. They might have made some mistake. Like, they might get it in and then realize it's the wrong kind and then fix it before they notify you. You know what I mean? But I still feel like this week is going to be when you get it. There's just some, I don't know. I feel like you're not dealing with the most skilled people. We have the Two of Wands. And will they be able to put it on this week? That might be a little bit more of a struggle. There might be some issues here, or there might be some scheduling concerns. I don't know. This just feels like you get what you want, but you get home with it and you're like, I wish I got paid by the hour for that because, man, that was ridiculous. It's kind of giving like you have to explain to them how they're wrong or something. And that doesn't generally make somebody very happy, right? I would rather be saying, wow, gosh, you did that so well. And I didn't even have to like check you or like make sure that things were done correctly. It's just seamless. I don't think it's going to be seamless, but you're going to get what you want. We have the Universe. I have to show it real quickly because she's quite naked. And YouTube gets real offended. They start clutching their pearls like, oh my gosh, somebody drew a body. My virgin eyes. Anyways, you got it. Matt, that's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Constantine. That's so sweet of you. You know, I was actually going to ask if you wanted me to pull some cards for you right now. You let me know. Hello, Just Jokes. Hello, Aqua Beauty. How we doing? That's funny. So Constantine, you let me know. I will pull some cards for you. Aqua Beauty, you are absolutely right. It is 8:38. Life is great, but yeah, normally I am, you know, relaxing. I would probably be doing Sudoku. And I'm gonna have to eat dinner after this too, you guys. It's gonna be weird. Can't talk. Lunch lady Doris. A little at a time. I hope you're having a good weekend. I hear you're supposed to get some snow up there. There's been some good tea. What is on the menu? So I have kind of like a weird diet right now because of the not feeling well. So it's probably gonna be soup. But there's a small chance that I'm gonna use the tortillas that I picked up. I might have to make a quesadilla. Or an enchilada. I think I do have some chicken. Anyways, I didn't hear from Constantine. So, Constantine, I appreciate you, but I'm going to do a freebie question. I know, I just had pho on Tuesday. So good. But I got one of those, like, you know those bag soups? That's when you really hear my Minnesota accent, is when I have to say words that have, like, the long A, like, challenge. But I have one of those, like, I think it's the creamy potato soup in a bag thing. I love those. Probably gonna add some bacon to it. What? Well, I mean, you do have to be kind of picky with it, right? You can't just go anywhere. I'm sorry, Lemonade. I hope you can find some eventually. I just want to make sure that all of you saw the comment from Matt about groundskeeper Willie saying, "Have you got any grace, woman?" That's not the right accent. He's Scottish, right? I don't know if I can do justice to that, you guys. It's so much pressure. Do I just have to do like a Sean Connery voice? Does that work? Is he Scottish? Have you got any grease? I wonder if my neighbor heard that one. That was kind of wild. Anyways, thank you, Matt, for being funny. Excellent, excellent. Super Scottish. I like it. Okay, I didn't hear from Constantine, but I do adore you all. Thank you for being amazing. Thanks, Matt. Hello, Rob. How are you doing? If I gave you a little bit of a chuckle, give me a like or maybe subscribe. That would be cool too. But thank you for being you. And remember, you deserve to be treated very well. Very well. And thank you for hyping if you're able to. I will